Alright, my fellow babies, this is your garden update, week 10. 10 whole weeks since we started doing this first video. Let's dive right in. As you can see, my onions are starting to bulb up more around the top base. Getting much bigger. That marigold continues just to take over my garden area here of my herbs. And it's just outrageous how big that's gotten. As well as the Cape gooseberries or dewberries, which I'll talk about them here in a few. Coming on down, I housed another tomato plant, got it hanging up, tomatoes on it. Been getting a lot of tomatoes out. Haven't had any longer stakes to tie them up with. So I've just kind of been letting them grow wild. My asparagus is looking like asparagus finally. I got one right there. There's a couple over here the other day, but they've done sprouted their fern-like feathers out. The dillweed's doing good. My parsley is really taking off. Look at this. Whole lot of parsley. Cilantro's done went to seed. Most of it. Sage is being hidden. I can't even see that German thyme anymore. Alright. Well, every time I get a chance to get a shot of how big these marigolds are, they're already flowered out. I'm going to have to deadhead them. That speckled brown cow bean is getting mighty tall. Potatoes, still looking pretty good, still growing pretty good. I got in here yesterday and I harvested all the dry beans that I could see before it got too dark of the pintos, and as many as I could. It actually got too dark to finish on my northern white beans. Today I'm going to get out here, and it doesn't seem to be putting out any newer, like I said, maybe one or two here and there of the black beans. So I might just rip up this whole row here and plant a new crop of some either green beans, like a bush style variety, or not real sure. Lima beans finally getting a lot of little blooms on it, and it's getting taller. Now, my zucchini, sad zucchini plants. These guys got wrecked with that mold, and there's not much left of them. My squash, however, came back pretty good. Most of my squash plants, I think I only lost like one or two squash plants. But I've got some watermelon sprouts that I think they're watermelon. It's something that I planted a few weeks back, and I think they finally hit conditions enough to sprout. I think I'm going to put them on this row and see what happens. Alrighty. My okra. The cosmos are looking good too, they're getting taller. Okra. I think today I'm going to get my first few okras out. As I noticed yesterday when I was in here weeding everything away, which I've got to get on my okra and start weeding. But look here. We got I see 3 okra from here. And this is just on one row. So yeah, I might get a little handful today. Now, my corn. Look how tall these corn are getting. You can still see the dip from where that tree blocks all the sun in the evening. These guys over here are much taller than these. And that could have to do with the variety too. These are those peaches and cream, and that's the Silver Queen. So if y'all know anything about size, height, and variety on corn, I would love to know if that's what it is, or if it is the sun. I'm going to get down here on this side where they started putting them out first. And we got some heavy looking corn stalks. Some really heavy ones. It's looking good. It's looking real good. And yesterday I got in here and I pulled all the dead leaves off of my cucumbers. There's some powdery mildew getting on that. I'm going to try to attack that here in just a few. Hopefully I get to it before the sun comes up. Banana trees are looking real good. Getting bigger. Flower trellis are doing good. These sweet potatoes have really started taking off. About every day I have to come out here. And what I do is if it starts running off to the side, I just kind of lay it in the middle. Let it go where it needs to go. But that's just one way I've been keeping them together. It's just laying them off together. My peppers, my cayenne, it's so tall. It's doing so much better than the rest with all the little blooms all over it. This thing's just gonna be covered with peppers. It already is. Now right here you can see I've got little habaneros in there. And I am excited about them. I haven't seen any jalapenos come off yet, but I know there's a lot of blooms. Same thing with the bell peppers there. And that row as well. And that great idea from my morning glory trellis wasn't such a great idea without putting enough on there to keep it from falling. I guess coat hangers are not the way to go when it comes to putting together an archway. But if it would, man, that thing is just huge. All them pretty flowers everywhere. Oh, little ladybug. So the ladybug thing is working. Get back over here. Now my eggplants are doing real good. Yesterday I got 5 white eggplants off of these 2. And I got one of the ichthons. There's still several in there. Hiding. And I got one black beauty off yesterday, and we got another one right there. That one right there makes the 3rd one off of this plant growing. You can see there's gonna be one there soon. There's gonna be one there soon. And it's got blooms all over it, so if I can just keep it growing, we'll have some more eggplant, some black beauty eggplants. Now these are the Cape gooseberries I was talking about. They grow wild out here. They're like Chinese lanterns. And we'll just take one off and show you. They're like little tomatoes. Now they grow wild. And if you eat them right now when they're green, they have a sort of a pepper taste. But if you wait until these little lantern coatings dry, these turn yellow and they get a little bit sweeter. I think people make jams out of these. I'm gonna try that out. But these were growing wild in the garden here, so I decided to let them stay. And this is just 3 plants. Just that one, and that one. Which I'm sure y'all can't really see the difference yet. But they're doing pretty good. And I enjoy looking at them if nothing else. And they're all over. There's one there. Whole lot. Well, that continues my run around of the garden. I hope you all have a very wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you yet again next week.